Hello everyone, I am Risha Mukherjee, a student of Sundana Law College, presently interning with Excel Company. Today I am going to talk about the Muslim marriages that is known as Nikah. We all know that Muslims follow their own personal laws and their marriage system is a bit different from the other religions. In the two examples that we get of marriage, it is a bit different from ordinary prostitution. And the definitions of marriage, according to Hidayah, tells that nikah, in its primitive sense, means carnal conjunction. Some have said that it implies or signifies that conjunction generally. If or in the language of the law, it implies a particular contract used for the purpose of legalizing generation. Another definition that has been provided by Amir Ali is marriage is an institution obtained or ordained for the protection of the society and in order that human beings may guard themselves from foulness and unchastity. The nature of Muslim marriages has been described in the judgment of Abdul Qadir versus Salima, in which one of the classic pronouncement of the illustrious Mr. Justice Mahmood was seen. He had given his verdict there. The case is one of the restitution of conjugal rights. Yet, Justice Mahmood's observation on the nature of marriage, the husband's liability to pay dower, the matrimonial rights of the husband and wife, the general rules of interpretation of the Hanafi law have won universal recognition not only by the various high courts but also of the Privy Council and of the Supreme Court. Describing the marriage's nature, Muslim marriage nature, he had told, marriage among Mohammedans is not a sacrament. Whereas we know that in Hindu marriage it is a sacrament. But in Muslim marriage it is not a sacrament, but only a civil contract. Though it is solemnized generally with recitation of certain verses from the Quran, yet the Mohammedan law does not positively prescribe any service peculiar to the occasion. That it is a civil contract is manifest from the various ways and circumstances in and under which marriages are contracted or presumed to have been contracted. And though a civil contract, it is not positively prescribed to be reduced to writing. But the validity and operation of the whole are made to depend on the declaration or proposal of the one. Now, if we talk about the marriages, Muslim marriages are normally known as nikah. We call it nikah. There are certain formalities of the nikah or formalities of the valid marriage that is offered on the part of one party, acceptance by another party. We know by way of Kabul, by way of seeing Kabul, it is thought that the marriage has been accepted by the other party. Presence of two witnesses where the parties are Hanafis. No witness is required if the parties are Shias. Words with which the marriage is constructed or contracted must be unambiguous and very clear. The proposal and acceptance must be expressed in the same meeting. In certain cases where man and woman are living as husband and wife, the question may arise where they are presumed to be married or not. According to the recognized view, if the cohabitation is continuous and prolonged, the man and the woman may be treated as husband and wife. The same presumption will also be there in the case where the man acknowledges the woman as his wife and the child born of the union shall be a legitimate child. We know in this case the essentials may be summarized as ijab, that is offer, kabul, that is acceptance, balik, that is adult age or puberty, rashid, that is sound mind, and the parties must be the groom and the bride. We also get a specific type of marriages classification, that is valid marriages, void marriages, and the irregular marriages. A special type of marriages that is lawful among the Shias is the muta marriage, and the muta marriage is a temporary type of marriage which is obviously not very ethical, but still it is prevalent among the normal Muslims, which is a temporary marriages and has been entitled to maintenance also under section 125 of the CRPC. But we know that no provisions has been given for the maintenance of this type of wife, and under the muta marriage she is not regarded as a dependent of the other person or the dependent of his husband. So this is in a very short the procedure and the way of getting married under the Muslim law. And in the for the Muslim marriage to happen, both the parties have to be Muslim and they will have to come within the purview of Muslim. Thank you. That's all for today. Goodbye and welcome.